Hi everyone, Susie here with another scrapbooking process video. Today I am using a photo of myself and my husband and our 4 grandkids on a recent camping trip. We had just finished going on a lion hunt, so the kids all have their sticks. I'm using a paper collection by Echo Park. It's called Adventure Awaits, and I'm using the green trees as a photo mat, and I use it as a backing on this cut file that I have. I use it as a backing for the trees. And the cut file is just like a camping cut file that I purchased in the Silhouette store. It had the fir trees, the tent, and the big title you'll see at the bottom that says Adventure. And here I'm just using my scrappy glue to put the backing on that tree. I traced it first. You can see that originally the trees and the tent were all attached with a long thin line at the bottom, and I did detach them because I wanted to give the trees different heights in my little forest scene. And here I'm going to use some of my Kiritaki watercolors, and first I painted it with a light layer of just white acrylic paint so that my paper didn't ripple, and that worked really well. It really didn't ripple that much. And then I'm just going to mix 2 different shades of brown to make kind of a dirt camping floor. And I just started out with a kind of a darker brown, and then I add more of a clay colored lighter brown. And here you see I'm going to start placing my little tree scene around on either side of the photo. I'm just trying to get a feel here for how my title is going to spread out across that wood grain. I did go off camera and stitched a little hilly border out of some wood grain paper. And if I look like I'm not fully focused, I'm scrapbooking with my daughter-in-law again, which I do love. And you see here I'm placing the letters like I start with the first letter at one end and the last letter at the opposite end, and then fill in the middle to get them straight. Although I'm not quite sure why I'm doing this right now, because I don't think I adhere them yet. So we'll see. I got to finish doing my little landscape with the trees, and then I'm not sure where I move on to from there. There's the little tent that came with the scene, and I used some wood grain paper to back that cut file, and I really like how that turned out. I mess around with that moon quite a bit. I really liked it brown like that, just to match the rest of the scenery. And then at some point I decided it needs a yellow shadow, but in the end I go back to just the brown half moon. I like it that way. So here I am committing to that stitched wood grain paper, and I'm going to attach it at the bottom. There is a spot where I didn't paint all the way down to one of the little curves in the hillside, but it doesn't matter because I placed the photo over that. Apologize for my channel clicker there in the frame the whole entire time. There, I am tapping my fingers. That means I'm thinking about something. And here I'm committing to the placement of the photo. Not the greatest picture of me. I totally have. It had been kind of raining and misting, so my hair just turned into a giant helmet. But it was the best weekend with all the kids and grandkids. So I just love this picture. I'm using my T-square ruler to line my photo up straight here. So at this point I'm going to start adhering my adventure letters. Again, doing my right hand letter first and my farthest left hand letter, and then spacing them out as I go. I do rip one up, and I had to kind of tore the paper a little bit, so I went back in and used the marker to fill it in. And at this point I decide that I need some color up at top, so I use that same green fir tree paper as a strip, as a border up at the top. And I'm not sure why it took me so long to get this on straight. It's just one little strip, but it did. Probably I was preoccupied again. That would be my guess. I'm trying really hard not to rip it because I want to use the back side of the paper for another layout. So I was trying to use the same strip and not recut it. And there's my moon with the yellow outline, or I guess it just has more of a brown outline. And these are my final shots. You didn't see me stamp the My Loves. That is a Heidi Swap stamp. I used my Misty to get a nice crisp image of that. And I added the green hearts from Paige Evans' 26-page sticker book. And that's about it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.